I made it. I'm not gonna vlog right now because I don't want to make this kid feel weird, so we'll see. I just got out of the meeting with guy is super smart. He's Alright, the post office closes in about 9 minutes, so I gotta hurry. I just re-upped them boxes, I ran out of them. You go through these puppies pretty fast. I decided to take a route through the mountains, which is the way I'd initially gotten to the place where I needed to meet the guy. I spent about an hour extra in traffic, so I should have been back basically an hour ago. Goodbye, sweet love. I'm gonna just leave this.
This has postage?
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah. Bye, Rose. This right here is why I love grinding Craigslist. And they're always worth it. I don't know. Well, it's about that time in the vlog when we start talking about knives. I feel like because today was such a busy day though, I don't really want to do ballast songs, so I think the best bet is to do another flipper, a knife that I initially hated. So let me just get finished here and we'll get on with the review. What knife is like the knife you have to have in your collection? I really got into knives my last year of college. I went to an REI and I saw the Benchmade 531 with G10 scales and I impulse bought it. I was just like, that's like the coolest knife I've ever seen, I have to have it. Well, that like catapulted me into this like current knife addiction that I'm in. My addiction will probably continue and perpetuate the rest of my life. And when I first found out about the knife that I'm gonna show you guys, I hated it. I looked at the design, I looked at the specs, and I was like, that knife is gross. Then I started going on YouTube and watching reviews and trying to figure out if it was really worth it. There are reviews where guys literally are like, this knife after 15 years of use, 10 years of use, after 20 years of use. And it's like, what the fuck? You never hear about that with knives, you know? It's like, you know, 3 months out or whatever. I ended up going to Tyler's girlfriend's house and her dad had that knife, the knife that I'm going to show you, and I was like, wow, it was just like the knives I heard about on YouTube. He really liked the knife, the 530 that I had, or the 531 that I had, and so he wanted to trade, and of course I took him up on that. The Benchmade 940. I am honestly such a knife casual that I will not do this knife justice trying to praise it right now. I know my limits. I know I'm a casual, so I'm not gonna sit here and try to suck this knife's dick. It's a good fucking knife. Go on YouTube and look for yourself, man. People have them for like longer than their marriages last. They're insane, and they carry them every single day. Let's check this knife out. Hi, Momo. Aluminum scales. Again, non-deep carry pocket clip without the ability to invert it. This comes with Benchmade's patented axis locking mechanism, prevalent on many other knives. I'll get to that in a little bit. So this is the 940 Osborne. I'm not really sure. Now this was like the first type of 940 that came out. Other variants that have come out of this knife include the like 940, I think it's 940-01, 940-02 or something like that. And they have carbon fiber scales, G10 scales. I prefer the aluminum because when you wear it down, it will kind of fade. I don't have black blades on most of my knives because I don't like how it looks when it gets beat, especially on ballast songs. For instance, that's why I don't have a black Benchmade 51, and I especially don't have the black 46 601 because it's A, too nice of a knife, and B, you know, I would just end up tearing it up. So just hit my finger. I also never get serrations on knives. I fucking hate serrations. This knife, I traded for this knife, and it was like his heirloom, and I was trading for one of my special sentimental knives, so it was a really good trade. He had serrations on his, and so when I first got it, I was like, serrations. I need more of a cutting edge, bro. Come on, dog, it needs to be longer. But seriously, when I started using this knife more and more and more, I saw why serrations are lit, and now I'm like completely sold. So I'm gonna send this back into Bench to get a new blade on it, and I wanna upgrade to S90V. I'm definitely gonna still keep the serrations. hit the camera. So this is S30V steel. S30V is like some type of name to talk about the alloy of steel this is, edge retention, how hard it is to dull the knife, how easy it is to sharpen it, etc. Now Benchmades will come with S90V variant, and that's a lot better. It doesn't really matter. With all knives, personally, I think that blade type is arbitrary unless you're using your knife to, I don't know, cut tree for like your job and you need like a special knife or something. I don't really get the whole, you know, obsession with blade steel, but I'm still gonna cop the S90V when I get a new blade on this. There you go. Nice little rear view for our boys that like the ass. Yeah. Nice torn up Benchmade clip. I put a lot of wear onto this knife since I started EDCing it. All right, so here's the axis lock like I was mentioning earlier. It's patented by Benchmade. It's on a lot of their other knives such as the Griptilian and a bunch of different knives like that. What's really nice about the axis lock is that you can push down to disengage the locking mechanism and kind of just flip it out. And so you can go back and forth like this, and you can open up a knife and close it incredibly fast. It's probably even faster than a switchblade. And so it's beautiful because this is a perfectly legal knife. You know, I could carry this literally onto a college campus and be like, it's a pocket knife, chill out. Well, I probably couldn't carry it onto a college campus, but that's besides the point. This is like a perfectly legal knife. So if I walked, you know, and a cop pulled me over and was like, hey, what do you have in your pocket, doggy? And I had a switchblade, I'd get like it confiscated or I'd get arrested. But if I had this, I'd be like, oh, it's just a regular pocket knife, officer. But, you know, they don't know that, you know, there's like a belligerent axis lock on this. That's one of the main selling points. I love this knife for that because I can flip it out really, really quickly. You know, like that's ridiculous. That's like not tight. It's like dangerous. Feel the danger. Anyways, this knife's the shit. It has its own reputation. I just wanted to kind of show it off. Chances are if you already know what this is, you know the hype behind it. If you don't, I strongly suggest you pick one up. Retail's like $190 or something. You'll have it the rest of your life. You'll pass it on down to your grandkids, or at least until there's nuclear war, but even then it'll probably survive the nuclear war. So it's well worth the investment. There it is. Beautiful knife. Worth. I underestimated how warm this sweater was. I'm like profusely sweating right now. There was like no content in this vlog. Actually, there's like no content in any of my vlogs, and I apologize for that, but that's who I am. I wear who I am on my shoulder. Oh, it's too hot. Hold on. Anyways, after I got back today, like when I got my bike and everything mailed out, I actually passed out. I don't even actually know what time it is right now. I think it might be like 9:30 or something. Tomorrow we're gonna do an actual ballad song. So if you could let me know in the comments how I can improve these vlogs, what else you'd like to see, and if anyone would be willing to send me a bare bones, I might just buy one. I'd like to do a bare bones review really badly. I've had 2 bare bones, I've sold both of them. They're great knives. There's this new edgy mod going on right now where you shorten the handles and you do a regrind. A lot of drama has come out of this actually, but apparently it's supposed to make it like really, really light and like really efficient for flipping. I don't know. I'd like to test and see. It's whatever. I'm gonna spend a lot of time outside. I spent a lot of time inside. I spent a lot of time driving today. I'm gonna try to go to sleep. Probably won't do anything because I took a fat nap. But other than that, stay pretty. Roast me in the comments, please. Tell me what you think of the 940, if you have a 940, what your favorite Benchmade flipper is. I might buy a 531 again. I really, really miss that knife. I know personally, Kiki's favorite knife is the 940. Right.